Vcha has rebranded, but is it ethical to still support them? Did Jojo Siwa copy Jennie? Clinics to help idols grow taller, Labubus, and so much more on today's episode of Totally Legit K-Pop News with me, Angelina. So if you're interested, please keep on watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. New podcast episode out, by the way, go check it out. Without further ado, let's get into today's video. Let's start off with KG, who is an ex-member of Vcha, and Vcha is now Girlset. She previously filed a lawsuit against JYP America, wanting to get out of her contract, and of course she alleged a lot of mistreatment. But in the newest update, she posted this to her story. JYP America and KG kind of mutually agreed to part ways as she concludes her journey with Vcha. Both parties sincerely wish each other all the best in their future endeavors. Thank you. Here are some comments. Hopefully things go up from here for both them. I truly wish KG the best as she continues her career in music. Okay, hopefully amicable and fair. Glad we can move on. I hope companies feel pressure to respect artists and trainees a little more. It's good to hope. I love that for you. Yeah, I feel conflicted about this ending so quickly. KG exposed a lot of stuff and I hope will not be forgotten by some people. I hope she finds peace, but what she said will remind me in my mind. So that a lot of K-pop fans are happy this is over so the new rebrand can go on without controversies. She definitely got a fat check in NDA terms that probably don't expire for the next 100 years. Oh well, another story closed forever. Really thought this would bring some turmoil to the industry, but the company is gonna keep companying. With Girlset coming out at the end of the month, JYP just wanted to settle ASAP and move forward with their US expansion. It's literally been decades in the making because men from Miss A and Jisoo spent so much time at JYP USA and never got their solo debuts in the US. Wouldn't be surprised with Vcha's rebrand being announced. JYP wanted to end this as fast as possible now that it was looking it could go on for a lot longer. So with this, there's a lot of people wondering, is it ethical to continue supporting Girlset after everything KG alleged in her lawsuit, which included working 60+ hours a week as minors, basically being told not to eat, having to work through injuries. She even made allegations about other members that were very serious. So there's some people who feel a little conflicted while others are, 100% on board. Let's go. Let's support Girlset. We're so back. Are y'all forgetting what the company put 2 of the members through? Or did you forget because the members aren't minors anymore? Y'all getting too comfortable spreading hate towards Girlset when ex-members themselves told us to keep supporting. Kaylee went live to thank fans and said to support the members. KG also said to support the remaining members after leaving the company. Families have spoken up in support. The girls have been working so hard on this rebrand. We're just giving back the love and effort they've put into this project. Keep the fake outrage to yourself. Those are definitely the two camps of people saying we definitely shouldn't just gloss over everything that was revealed in the lawsuit. Even conversations between members where they're like, I don't feel like myself anymore. I am not happy. Or they seem scared to even ask for a slight schedule change, so on and so forth. And on the other hand, people are saying, well, if you boycott the group, it is not going to affect JYP in the slightest. It's only going to affect the girls. So what would be the point? I came across a TikTok by this creator. Now, guys, do not send hate to this person. I truly think as somebody in a K-pop space, you are allowed to have your opinion about this. I want to have a nuanced conversation about this. I can already predict people in the comments being like, I can't believe you're saying this. It's okay to engage in conversations that you don't agree with without being terrible. Do you know what I mean? Just a little disclaimer. Streaming or supporting the Girlset group, Vcha Rebrand is doing an company's cover-up story for them. Think about why JYP Entertainment released their court documents and then immediately initiated a settlement before KG could reply. They wanted to control the narrative and bury the story by painting KG as a liar before making sure nothing more came out. Streaming company who does questionable things shows extreme lack of moral backbone in K-pop fans. I censored that last part because I don't want to speculate about which members did what according to KG's lawsuit. KG was very careful not to disclose who any of the members were. She tried to protect their identities as best as she could. So we're just not going to speculate about that. KG was even saying, she was ready to respond. She had all the evidence to respond to JYP. The court basically told them to start settlement negotiations. And no matter how you feel about Girlset, whether you're going to support Girlset or not, I do think it's valid to bring up the potential of a company trying to paint someone as a liar and then moving forward quickly with a rebrand, especially keeping in mind that the last thing we heard about this is that the company is claiming that KG wanted a solo career and that she never mentioned anything about being mistreated to them. So you can let me know what you think of that specifically. Do you think that's something JYP would do? Do you think that's actually just how the court system works? Let me know. If you want to boycott groups that have suffered from companies, then you would have to stop listening to all K-pop. Luna wanted us to boycott to get free from their contract, let the girls involved decide how to move forward. No, we are not boycotting, as even KG said to keep supporting the group. They have had a chance to mutually leave, but they chose to stay as they are in debt. Also, if the conditions did not get better, I'm sure they would have left too. What JYP America did was wrong in many ways, but I'm not going to boycott because they deserve to chase their dreams. The creator responding, these companies are manipulating you by using the idols to seem sympathetic. You are not rooting their dreams by boycotting. They're going to perform regardless. You're holding a toxic company accountable for harm. It's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation, right? Because it truly is, these girls are expendable if they aren't profitable to the company. The company just straight up doesn't care about you. They only care that you are lining their pockets. And I feel like some people get mad when I say stuff like this. But you guys are admitting to this too. You guys are saying, well, if we don't support the girls will suffer, because if the girls aren't profitable to the company, then the company is just going to throw them away. So you guys are saying the same thing I am. Just don't try me today, okay? We see this all the time. Like, even groups that you would think are profitable to their companies, like, I love this song. This song seems to be, you know, doing some good numbers, and then nope, disbanded. Thrown away. They are not profitable to the company. I just think, and this is just my opinion, whether KG said to support the group, whether Kaylee said to support the group, just use your own logic and reasoning to make that decision. Think for yourself. What do you feel about it? Does it feel icky to you? Does it feel right to you? Do you feel like no matter what you do, it's going to be the same outcome, so does it matter? But KG, no, what do you say? Actually, what do you say about it? Because I see a lot of people who are like, well, the only way would be to, you know, hit the company where it really hurts financially. So I'm seeing some people who are upset about the things that have happened, but just feel helpless in like, well, how do we do anything about this? But with all that said, of course, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Is there a way to show the company that you're not okay with what they did that wouldn't directly affect the girls? Is that ultimately an inevitability if you wanted something to change? Just let me know your thoughts. Did Jojo Siwa copy Jennie? So Jojo Siwa is coming out with a new song soon, and I've seen post after post say, this sounds like a K-pop song. More specifically, this sounds like Jennie's Like Jennie.
She's shameless, this crazy, don't hate me, I'm just a little baby. Special edition and your AI couldn't copy.
So I think mostly the beat, right? But when I made a short about this, everyone was like, it's not K-pop, it is Afro beats, it's baile fong. Whoa. I'm not saying this, okay? When I heard the snippet, I was like, it's a song. Like, I didn't even think it sounded like anything really. So don't come at me, okay? But let's read some of those comments. Okay, it's literally a knockoff version of Bite by Mad Sai. Okay, I saw comment after comment of people saying that it sounds like Bite by Mad Sai. Funny story, in the original short that I filmed, here's the thing, I was filming with this microphone and my earphones don't work. So like I recorded Mad Sai into the short as well, but like I muted this so that it wouldn't be like a double audio with the sound from my computer, and I forgot to unmute it. So everything I said about Mad Sai and then be like, what do you guys think? Muted, and I got so angry that I just said like, whatever, we'll talk about that song as well in the full length video. So it was there, and I'm like, oh, Jojo Siwa in her K-pop era. Also, side note, the bows look so cute on you. Thank you. It also sounds like Bite by Mad Sai. I'm telling you, Bite by Mad Sai was like, everybody was commenting. I hear it, LOL. Sometimes I think Jojo's just doing stuff like this to stay relevant. It sounds like Bite by Mad Sai, Mad Sai, Mad Sai, Mad Sai. Jojo went from inventing gay pop to straight K-pop idol. That boomerang came back hard. The beats are the same. So let's listen to Bite by Mad Sai.
Tastes like a sommelier. She's shameless, this crazy, don't hate me, I'm just a little baby.
But what are your thoughts on that? Red Velvet's Yeti went on a show where she spoke about her trainee days, and I've mentioned this in a podcast episode before. Go check it out. It's really interesting how idols will just talk about their trainee days and be like, oh yeah, you know, they did the most horrible things to us in such a casual way. And don't get me wrong, I totally get it. I would do the same. I'd be like, oh yeah, my landlord totally did send me an email saying she sold the building and therefore the rent will be going up $550 because of the new owners of the building. But in reality, she's actually the new owner of the building. She just sent that email to manipulate us into thinking that we had to pay $550 extra with a 1 day's notice. But like literally no big deal. Great times. But you know, aside from, you know, the regular being scolded for eating, she talks about going to a spine clinic to help her grow taller? To help us get taller, they'd send us to places like spine clinics, she explained. One time I ordered pizza with the other trainees there. I still don't know how we got caught, but we did. I was always getting in trouble over food. Just like the story is about the food, but she's like, oh yeah, the spine clinic where we'd go to try to get taller. What was I saw something the other day where Gypsy Rose Blanchard was on live stream and she was like, oh, I bought these eye drops to change my eye color, but then I asked Ken if he liked blue eyes or brown eyes, and he said he liked my brown eyes, and I was like, oh, I spent $300 for nothing. Obviously that's not gonna work. I mean, people get like sketchy surgeries to change their eye color. What do you think eye drops are going to do? This isn't another one of those things where I'm a little skeptical, I'm not going to lie. Because, you know, people literally got leg lengthening surgery just to catch a couple more inches, right? So what's a spine clinic gonna do? I've never been to one, so I'm not knocking it. Like maybe it's something different, like they teach you better posture, or I don't know. But fans are not happy with this revealed information. K-pop companies are so wicked, sending actual children to spinal clinics while not letting them do the obvious thing to help them grow, which is eating. And now she has 2 herniated discs. Coincidence? You should never touch the spine without a real medical issue, FSM. So of course her back issues are just I'm sure she has back issues, but the fact that the back issues are linked to the spinal clinic are just speculation. But I wouldn't put it past K-pop companies. Wasn't it like Ashley who said that her company said her kneecaps look weird? I don't doubt there's a lot of things that we don't know about that companies want to change about their idols. But again, I don't know if this is just like a funny way to say things, because I have seen some comments, like I was even theorizing earlier, comments saying it's about posture rather than actually growing taller. Regardless, people are so mad at SM. But of course, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Jongho of Ateez got a Labubu, and now people are calling him a capitalistic greedy monster. That's a bit of an exaggeration, though I've seen a couple posts. Okay, when it comes to Labubus and K-pop idols, recently there's been a couple idols who are like, ooh, don't fall for it. Jonghyun of Twice said something like that. I forget who the other person was, but I digress. People are highly critical of Labubu because they're basically blind boxes. You don't know what you're going to get. Whoa, literally photo cards. Case closed. The hypocrisy is hypocrisying here, but I digress. So there's literally been posts about Jongho, people being like, we're unstanding, like I can't believe he's promoting something like this. How many idols have told you to buy their albums? Albums are blind boxes. You don't know what photo card you're gonna get. Are you seeing? So this was his Instagram story. POV, you never hated Jongho for having a Labubu, so now you comfort. Girl, oh my gosh. The comments. I'm literally gonna buy a Labubu because of this. Oh, I think we missed the message of that here, actually. Hating Jongho is too far, but what happened to being normal, guys? Why are we suddenly okaying overconsumption? Hello? So needless to say, there's a lot of people defending him, pointing out the elephant in the room, I guess. Jongho's promoting overconsumerism, the exact same people. So of course, let me know what you think about that. Because I mean, what's the difference between an idol literally promoting their album, telling you to buy their album, versus an idol buying a Labubu? Don't get me wrong, I'm all about criticizing certain systems, overconsumption, but I think mindful consumption is also very important. I think if you want a Labubu, maybe get one, and maybe don't buy a blind box, maybe buy it secondhand where you know which Labubu you're gonna get. I think inherently it's a good conversation to have, but I think inevitably when it comes to certain subset of K-pop audiences, the conversation just derails into something unrecognizable anymore. Okay, so let's move on to K-pop shenanigans, which are basically fun little things that have happened in K-pop recently and or quick news. It seems that Rise are going to perform somewhere and fans were literally camping overnight to see them. This is what it looks like waiting all night at Caribbean Bay at 3:24 a.m. There's tents and about 20 people per row. There's also people sleeping. What's so amazing about idols? Hybe and Geffen are forming a new global girl group, World Scout, the final piece. The program will capture how talented individuals grow while working alongside world-class producers. I saw this TikTok and I literally can't stop thinking about it. It said like, this is Cat's Eye, but this was Dreamscape because that was one of the like names that Cat's Eye could have chosen from, like New Crazy, Dreamscape, and Cat's Eye. And then Dreamscape was like Emily and like other members that didn't make it into Cat's Eye. And I was like, I know it literally defeats the purpose of a survival show, but like also, I mean, rigging a survival show. I'm not saying Cat's Eye was rigged, but you know, there have been rigged survival shows in the past. Like that literally goes against the point of a survival show and they did it anyway. So why not give us Dreamscape? Big Hit will be debuting a new boy group. Fans are discussing the fact that they were bringing Singity back posters at D-Dragon's concert. Do you guys remember the show Under 15? Which is literally the whole premise. It was that the contestants were under 15, some of them being like 8 or 9 years old. They canceled the show because of all the backlash, and then it was announced that they would actually be airing the show in Japan, but then that got backlash, and then they're just not going to air it anymore for now. Who knows? They tried to revive it once. We'll see. There's this viral video that shows somebody's friend getting fake married to Danielle of New Jeans. My friend just told me she was close to Danielle Marsh from New Jeans in year 7 and they got fake married. WTF is life. Xiaojun had a birthday event and he paid for all of the fans who attended's bills. And from what I read, I think the bill was like 14,000 like USD, 14.4k USD. A man for real. How is one invited to this? I saw a video of him giving like a photo card to somebody and dropping it into a hot pot. I just thought it was so fun. This is the bill, by the way, the receipt around his neck. So yeah, I reckon that's basically it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. Go subscribe to my new podcast channel. I already filmed episode 3. It's been really fun. These are the lovely individuals who help support my channel on a monthly basis. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. And as for me, I'm gonna get going, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye.